Hello and welcome to Best WP7 Games. Today we're taking a look at Armed. Now, Armed is, I should make this clear immediately, ostensibly an online multiplayer turn-based strategy game. However, not once have I been able to play an online multiplayer game with it. And that's a major point against it. So if you were hoping to buy this to play online games, do take a look around and see whether it's been fixed yet, because at the moment, no multiplayer for you, or at least non-online. There is still local multiplayer on the same phone, as it's turn-based, and there's still a single-player mode, which is what I'm going to show you now. Now, Armed looks like it could be an Xbox Live title, it has to be said. The graphics engine, its performance, very good. Very impressed by that. As you can see, it's a strategy game where you can build things, and there's a variety of options there, mostly defensive turrets of different kinds, and a building which can repair other buildings, and finally a factory, which is what I just built. However, it takes a turn for a newly built building to, be constructed. And as you can see, the fully 3D camera is quite nice in that you can zoom in to look at things. However, it's very rare you'll be playing from that perspective, as it's very hard to control anything. You can't really move very far. So I've now created a drone. I could actually issue it orders immediately. It wouldn't move until it's been completed, but it will start moving over the course of a turn. Because each turn lasts 8 seconds, which is long enough for a building to be constructed or a unit to be completed. So you can also upgrade things. You can either upgrade individual buildings, but you can also, by upgrading your headquarters, which is that big building at the end there, upgrade all the units you have and unlock new abilities, which is quite nice. So, what I've done so far is upgraded my factory with shields, which is has to be the first upgrade before you're allowed to pick another upgrade. In this case, I'm going to go for the reactor, which means that the factory can now build 2 units at once. However, I don't know if you just saw, I accidentally double tapped. And unfortunately, for some reason, the cancel or undo button is right by the confirm button. It's also right by the end turn button, and it makes no audible sound should you accidentally click it. So I did just wipe out my order and have to redo it. Fortunately, I'd noticed what I'd done. As you can see, I ordered my drones to move, and a little thing has appeared in that area. Now that blue glowing thing is a power station, and in the game you earn the money that you need to use to create new units to upgrade your existing ones through the use of power stations. So the game revolves around taking control of power stations, defending them using either base defences or just simply units, because as soon as there's none of your people there, as soon as all it takes is one enemy to enter that space, and immediately, say within the space of the 8-second turn, is quite enough for that power station to be shut down and then in fact taken over by them. So it's a very fast-paced takeover. Now, see, the control system is quite nice in some ways. It's simple to understand. You click on a unit if you want to move it, and then drag to drag out an order. You can set multiple orders as well by dragging from. So you drag the line, which shows where it's moving to, then drag from that line, the end of it, to another point. But it can be difficult to select units, particularly the smaller ones like the drones, which I'm using at the moment. It's not too bad right now, as they're the only units on the map, but as they are flying units, they can end up hovering over your land units. In fact, at times you want them to, as they, once they've been upgraded, are able to repair your other units. And once they do this, it becomes very hard to select them, as your cursor will tend to default to the other unit, the unit under them. You can see this is how you set up multiple waypoints, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, the interface isn't perfect. Still, it's easy to understand, and when it works, it's quite nice. The system upgrading is quite. It's good the way that you are able to customize your defenses. I do enjoy that. As well as trying to decide when to upgrade all of your units rather than constructing new ones. The fact that upgrade trees are also limited, I don't know if you realise that, but when it's multiple choice, once you select one choice in the upgrade tree, you can't choose the other two on the same level. So it does force you to think to plan what you're going to do with your units. Let's see if we can get into contact with the enemy, as so far you've only seen me moving my units around on their own. If you can see, there's also chasms around at the top and bottom of the map. Chasms can only be crossed by aircraft, which would be the drones, or I think it's called a striker aircraft. Normal tanks and even hover vehicles can't. There we go, there's an enemy. So we'll probably get to see him in a turn. So we're just part way through capturing that power station, so it's not currently generating any energy, but it will shortly. I'm building a rocket battery, which is a long-range defense. You can see it shows the range it can shoot to. There we go. Which should give me a chance to destroy that enemy. However, as line of sight is lost once my units are destroyed, I probably won't get a chance to destroy it this turn. We'll just see. Yeah, it's destroyed my drone, and there we go. Now I can't see it. So yeah, Armed is a nice looking game. It has some nice features. However, its online mode is completely broken, and its user interface could do with a bit of work. I'd say it's worth a try, but you probably want to hold off for a little while for them to sort out the online teething problems, and to possibly work on their interface just a little bit. Still, if you're desperate for a locally multiplayer, or indeed just against the AI, skirmish-based, turn-based strategy game, you can do a lot worse than this. It's £2.99, it's on the marketplace now.